guys, welcome back to SS Multimedia. My name is Naman Patchula and I'm going to be teaching your lesson today. Okay, so today's lesson is going to be all about zeros in the quotient. Okay, so today's objective is to understand how to have and use zeros in the quotient of a division problem. So the keywords here are zeros in the quotient problem, in the quotient of a division problem, and how to have and use. So we're gonna learn how to deal with these zeros and how to get these zeros in the quotient of a division problem. Okay, and first of all, and just to make it clear, quotient is answer to a division equation or problem. Okay, so now let's get started. Okay, so I have 4 problems on this page. Okay, and we're gonna work through all of them together. Okay, so we have 325 divided by 3. Okay, so we're gonna put the 3 here, okay, and then the vertical form of division, so 325 over here, 25. Okay, whoops, don't know why I drew that line there. Okay, so now we can start dividing. Okay, so 3 can go into 3 how many times? 1 time. Okay, so I like to do it this way, so I draw down the 3 over here, and then I just add these zeros just to make it like clear. Okay, and I don't bring down like most people do. I just subtract right here. Okay, so 5, 2, 0. Okay, it just sounds more, or it looks more like the other version sounds kind of confusing to me, so I just like to use this version. And both of them are fine. It's just a little difference in the process. Okay, so now we got an answer of 25 here. 3 can't go into 2, so we put that 0 here because 3 can go into 2 0 times. Okay, so then we move on to 25. So how many times can 3 go into 25? Let's count. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. So 8 times 3 is 24. So let's put that 8 up here. Okay, and let's write down 24. See, you don't always have to bring that number down. You can just do this the way I'm showing it. Okay, so 25 minus 24 equals 1. So we have 108 remainder 1. Okay, then let me just circle this answer. Okay, to show that that is our final answer. Okay, so 108 remainder 4. Okay, so let me just write that answer down a little neater, or at least these two right here. Okay, so 108 remainder 4. So that's how we got our answer with the 0 in the quotient right here. This is the 0 in the quotient. Okay, so we got the answer for the first problem. Now let's move on to the second problem. Okay, so we have 539 divided by 5. Okay, so let's draw our layout again. Okay, so 5 over here, and then 539 over here. Okay, so now let's start dividing. So 5 can go into 5 once. Okay, so we can do 5. We can write down 500 here. It only went in there once. Then we can subtract the way I did it in the last problem. Okay, so this way of doing the division lets you skip up a step. So usually first you divide, then you multiply, then you subtract, and then you bring down. So in this version, or the version I do it, we divide, multiply, and then just subtract. That's all we do. We skip that bring down step. Okay, not much of a difference, just a tiny difference. Okay, so now 5 goes into 3 0 times. So you can write down that 0 in the quotient again here. Okay, and then we can do 39 now. We have 39. So I already know just like that 7 times 5 is 35, and 35 is really close to 39. Where's the closest you can get to 39 with multiples of 5? So 39 minus 35 equals 4. Okay, so we have 107, remainder 4. Here, let me tell you a little thing. So if you have a remainder that is bigger or greater than the number that you have outside the little box, or like the layout thingy here, okay, I like to call it a hangman structure because I like playing hangman. Okay, so whatever the number you have here, okay, the divisor or the dividend, I forgot which one. Okay, so whatever number you have over here, if it's greater than that one, then you know that you have your remainder wrong, or you divided wrong. Okay, so now let's move on to the next problem because we got an answer here. Now let's move on to the next problem. Okay, so we have 657 divided by 6. So let's draw out our layout again, our hangman structure. Okay, and let's write down 6 here, and then 657 right here. Okay, and now 6 goes into 6 once. So 600. Okay, then 57, because 657 minus 600 is 57. Okay, so now 6 goes into 5 0 times, so we have our little 0 in the quotient again. And then we have, so now we have 57. So I know that 57 is almost at 60, and 60 is 6 times 10. So our number here should be 9. 9 times 6 equals 54, which is the closest you can get to 57. Okay, so we can write down the 9 over here. Okay, and then now you can do 57 minus 54. 54. Okay, 7 minus 4 equals 3. 5 minus 5 equals 0. Okay, so 109, remainder 3. Okay, so we got our answer here. Oh, look, 107, 108, 109. Okay, so now let's move on to the fourth problem. 426 divided by 4. So let's write down our layout or our hangman structure again. I guess it looks something like a hangman structure. Okay, so let me just move this a bit. Just move this down a bit. Okay, let me just circle it. Oops, not. Okay, let's move the 4 down. And let's move this down. You know, I'll just erase it. Okay, so we have our layout here again with the 426. Oops, 26. Okay, now 4 goes into 4 once. Okay, so then it makes, so 400, so tiny, but we know that it would equal 26. Okay, and 4 goes into 2 0 times, so there we have another 0 in the quotient. Okay, and then 26 and 4. So now let's count. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So 24 is as close as we can get, and it is a 6. Okay, so 106. Okay, and 26 minus 24 is 2. We don't need to do any subtracting for that. We just know it's 2. So we can put in our remainder 2. Okay, oh, look at that. 106, 107, 108, 109. Okay, so now let's do some more problems. Hip hip hooray! Okay, so let's start with the next 4 problems. Okay, so now we have 927 divided by 3. So we can draw out our layout here again. Okay, and then we can do the 3 over here. We can put the 3 here. Okay, let me make that look more of 3. Okay, and then we can put the 927 right here. 27. Okay, 3 goes into 9 3 times. Should know that. Okay, and then 927. Oops, no, 900, not 927. I don't know why I wrote 927 again, but it's 900. 900. Okay, so 7 and 2. Okay, so 27. 3 goes into 27 how many times? 9 times. Okay, or 3 goes into 2 0 times. Okay, 3 goes into 27 9 times. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so now let's move on to the next problem. Okay, so for this one the answer is 309. Okay, and then let's move to the next problem, number 2. Okay, so for this one it's 828 divided by 4. Okay, so the 4 here. Okay, and then let's put our layout down, and then 828. I like the way it sounds when you say 828. Okay, so now 4 goes into 8 how many times? 2 times. Okay, so now let's write down 800 and subtract 28 from 8. 828. Okay, I mean, like, yeah, just do 828 divided, minus 800. So 28 right here. Okay, and now we can calculate that the 4 can't go into 2. Okay, so 0, and we can calculate that 4 goes into 28 how many times? So now we have to figure that out. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. Okay, so 7 times. So here's our answer. 7. 207. Okay, is our answer for number 2. So let me just point it here. Okay, now let me just do this. Let me just write down the answer next to this one here. Okay, 207. 207. Okay, let me do the same here. 300. Okay. Okay, now let's do the third problem. Okay, so for the third problem, it is 814 divided by 2. 2, 2, 2. Okay, 2. Okay, and then we have our 814 right here. Okay, 2 goes into 8 4 times. Okay, so let's write down that 800 right here. Okay, so I mean, you can put the subtraction symbol, but like I figured that it's much faster if you just subtract, because you know that you have to subtract. Okay, so 4 and 1 and 0. Okay, so it equals 14, and then 2 goes into 0. 2 goes into 1 0 times, so 0 right there. Then 2 goes into 14 7 times. So we got our answer of 407. Perfect. So we got an answer of 407 for the third problem. Now let's move on to the fourth problem. Let me make some room for our work. So let me just raise this here. Okay. Okay. So let's do this now. So let's write down our 5. Let's draw our little hangman structure. And 513. Okay. So now let's do 5 into, how many times this? 5 go into 5 once. Okay, so let's write down 500 here, and that equals 13. 513 minus 500 equals 13. Okay, and let's see how many times 5 goes into 1. 0 times. So our 0 is right there. And then let's do how many times 5 goes into 13. So 5, 10. And then the 5 can't get any closer or else it'll go over. Okay, so 10 is the closest it can go. And 2 times 5 equals 10. 10. So let's write that down. And then 10 over here. 13 minus 10 equals 3. So we have an answer of 102, remainder 3. Okay, so 102, remainder 3. Okay, so that was the fourth. That was a 4 in this page. Let me just erase the work so you guys can see the answers properly. If you guys want to note them down or something. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the next page. Okay, so now that I've taught you everything, now I've been doing all the work. So now I want you guys to pause the video and work out these two problems using the vertical division that I used and how I showed you. Okay, or you can just do it the one with the extra step where you bring down the number, but I would recommend the step that the process that I used. Okay, so I just wanted you, I don't care which type of process you use, but I just want you to find the answer to each of these two problems. Okay, so pause the video now and I'll be waiting. Come on, I know you haven't paused it. I'm waiting for you guys to pause the video. Okay, so you guys should be back by now. Okay, and remember you should have your answers written down too. Okay, so because I'm going to be showing you guys the answers now. Okay, so 412, okay, divided by 2. So 2 right here, our little hangman structure, and then 412. Okay, so now we can see the division. Now you can do the division. Okay, so 2 goes into 4 how many times? 2 times. Okay, so now we can write the 400 here. 400. Okay, and 412 minus 400 equals 12. Okay, so now we can do the next step of the division. Okay, so 2 goes into 1 how many times? 0 times. Okay, 2 goes into 12 how many times? 6 times. Okay, so now we got an answer of 206 for the first problem. Okay, so I'm just going to keep our work up there so you guys can see how we did it. Okay, so now let's move on to the problem number 2. Okay, so now it's 825 divided by 4. Okay, so 4 with our hangman layout here, and 825. Perfect. Okay, so let's do the division now. 4 goes into 8 how many times? 2 times. Okay, and then let's draw the 800 here, and let's write the 800. Okay, and 825 minus 800 equals 25. Okay, and now let's do the second step of the problem. Okay, now let's do the next step of the problem. Okay, so 4 goes into 2 0 times, so there's another 0 in the quotient. Okay, and then let's do this. So 25, so let's count by 4s. So now we have 25. So let's get as close to 25 as we can. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. 24 is just 1 away. Okay, and 6 times 4 equals 24. Okay, so we have 6 here. Okay, and 24 over here. Still one more step, the subtraction. 25 minus 24 equals 1. 26, remainder 1. 206, remainder 1. Sorry. 206, remainder 1. Okay, remember you can always check your answers using multiplication. Okay, so that's it. Wait. No, that's not it. There's still 3 more steps for you guys to complete this video. Please don't turn it off yet, or please don't pause the video or leave, please. Okay, because there's 3 more steps if you guys want to see more of me and SS Multimedia. Okay, so those 3 steps are: the first step is like this video. Okay, the second step is share this video to everyone you know. Please do that. Okay, and the third step is subscribe to this channel. And while you guys are at the subscribe button, make sure you hit that bell icon too to get notifications for each of our videos. Okay, well, that's it for now, guys. Until next time.